President Donald Trump's decision Saturday to intervene in the Alabama special election followed weeks of pleas from senior Republicans who fear that a loss will invite a wave of primary challenges against GOP incumbents and damage the party in the 2018 midterms. The National Party had mounted a full court press ahead of the September 26 election to persuade the president to make a late visit to the state, where controversial former Judge Roy Moore has opened a significant lead over incumbent Senator Luther Strange. Trump remains popular in Alabama even as his support has diminished elsewhere. Trump endorsed Strange before the first round of voting on August 15. But with polls showing the race slipping away, the president for weeks refused to commit to holding a campaign-style rally for Strange. On Saturday, though, Trump announced on Twitter that he would travel to the state just days before voters cast their ballots. "I will be in Huntsville, Alabama on Saturday night to support Luther Strange for Senate. Big Luther is a great guy who gets things done," Trump wrote. Trump's unexpected move sets the stage for a showdown between the president and his recently departed chief strategist, Steve Bannon, who is all in for more. Bannon has cast the Alabama race as an important clash between grassroots conservatives and the Washington establishment, and a test for whether other incumbent senators can be successfully challenged by insurgents in 2018. In response, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and other incumbent senators, including Strange himself, have leaned on the president for more help. Strange spoke several times with Trump by phone last week and asked him to visit before the election. In one of the calls, Strange told the president that he wanted him to come to Alabama but understood that Trump was focused on a pair of devastating hurricanes, according to three people briefed on the discussion. During the 30-minute conversation, Trump told Strange he supported him but was unsure what he could do. Strange also pitched Vice President Mike Pence. During a recent conversation, the senator gave Pence an update on how the race was going and contended public polling numbers showing him behind shouldn't be taken seriously, according to two people familiar with the discussion. Strange said he'd be appreciative of anything the White House could do. But there was still no commitment. "The president is extremely popular here. His approval numbers are in the mid-80s among Republicans," said Blake Harris, a Republican strategist in the state. "Even more, he's got a record of drawing huge crowds in this state, so a visit could definitely make a difference in what is predicted to be a pretty low turnout election." Strange's Senate colleagues got in on the push, too. Tennessee Senator Bob Corker, who is up for re-election in 2018 and faces the prospect of a primary challenge, urged the White House to get involved, according to two people familiar with the discussion. And this week, Senator Jim Inhofe, Republican Oklahoma, told White House Chief of Staff John Kelly in a phone call that he'd love to see the president head to Alabama for Strange, said two people briefed on the discussion. Kelly told Inhofe that no decision had been made. Trump's refusal until Saturday to commit to a pre-runoff rally fueled fears at the highest levels of the party that the unpredictable president would switch his endorsement to Moore. During a private meeting with Trump this month, McConnell, who views the race a top political priority, made a forceful case why Strange was the right candidate. The president told the leader he had no intention of withdrawing his support for the senator, according to three people familiar with the conversation. The sense of urgency only grew over the weekend. In a blow to Strange, GOP Representative Mo Brooks, a member of the conservative House Freedom Caucus, endorsed Moore on Saturday. Brooks finished third in the initial round of voting in August, with just under 20% of the vote. The Save Strange campaign comes at a time of growing concern in the GOP that lawmakers up for re-election in 2018 will face treacherous primary fights that divert party resources from unseating Democrats. Bannon has described the Alabama race as the initial front in a midterm war aimed at undermining McConnell. A Moore win, Bannon has argued, could open the floodgates for conservative insurgents in states like Arizona, Nevada, and Tennessee. The addition of truculent conservatives backed by Bannon to the Senate could also make it more difficult for McConnell to corral his conference. Bannon is working overtime on Moore's behalf. The Breitbart chief held a private meeting with a former judge on Capitol Hill last week and is encouraging conservative power brokers to get behind Moore. An outside group that Bannon is aligned with, Great America Alliance, has begun advertising on Moore's behalf. The group is also expected to host a pro-Moore rally held